Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It's Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. I forget who exactly it was who said this. It may have been Brian Zane, but a lot of us wrestling fans have wrestling memories, stuff that we vaguely remember that comes to us almost like images. And for me, this match is one of them. I'm going to be talking about Finlay versus Matt Hardy. Finley's debut, his debut match against Matt Hardy from the January 20th, 2006 episode of Smackdown. I do have to clarify. Of course, first off, as always, I'm not professional, wrestling reviewer analyst, just a man who enjoys a good time. And I had a pretty decent time with this match. Not really a long match, actually more so just to get Finlay over, this new, hip, young talent in Finlay. Let's get right into it. I guess we'll address it now since I brought it up. Finlay has been in the industry for a while, ever since, as far back as I can remember, WCW. He's definitely been in the industry for quite a bit, but sadly, you wouldn't know it based off the commentary. Let's get right into it. If you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm going to be talking about what I liked and what I disliked about the match. So starting with what I liked, a pretty decent match between the two, who almost your average like SmackDown match, getting Finlay over, Finlay being able to use some of his veteran instinct and some of that technical prowess, that European style, that guys like he and William Regal are known for, being able to show that off, and they're getting their point across, like how they characterize Finlay, how he's a tough Irishman and he's always loves to fight and is down with the fight, to the point where he gets himself disqualified. He has Matt Hardy in the ropes. Olsen is like punching away at him. The referee counts to 5, and Finlay gets disqualified. And Finlay, who's upset at this, say, "Hey, if you're gonna disqualify someone, let it be for something like this." And he puts Matt Hardy's head on the step and then stomps his head in. So, as I mentioned before, this is probably one of my earliest wrestling memories. I vaguely remember seeing this match when it first came on seeing Finlay take out Matt Hardy, but I guess my memory is off, because I actually remember Finlay getting disqualified. I remember Finlay lost the match by DQ, but I thought it was because he used like a weapon, like the shillelagh or something, in which he actually does not have here. So I imagine the shillelagh wouldn't come into play with Finlay's character until later on in his WWE career. But Finlay gets himself DQ'd by stomping Matt Hardy's head into the steps. Which, I get it, message sent, but at the same time, we've seen plenty of, like, steel step spots, even worse than that, at like, being thrown to the steel steps and stuff, and that doesn't constitute a disqualification. So would that stomp really have constituted a disqualification? But nevertheless, I'm not here to question the man's logic. His message is sent, showing off Finlay as like this no-nonsense, tough Irishman brawler, and they definitely do get the point across when it comes to that, and they put it over him. I'm always being down for a fight to the point where he gets himself disqualified. And both guys did a pretty good job. Finlay did a good job. Matt Hardy did a good job. Matt getting a decent amount of offense in as well against Finlay. Pretty great in that regard. Not like a match of the year candidate, but it had a job to do. Who established this new-ish talent, at least new to WWE. He established this new-ish talent, and essentially put him over, and it accomplished its mission. Mission accomplished. Mission complete. In terms of knocking against this match, it's more so in the presentation, as I've alluded to now multiple times in this review. Finlay being treated like this this brand new wrestler, not even acknowledging his time in WCW, which I feel like that's more of like I feel like that is kind of more like a modern trope, especially now with Triple H at the helm, is them referencing their talents their talent's history outside of WWE. I know that they also didn't do that for a while as well. Not really acknowledging their talent outside of WWE. But it was really weird because WWE has the rights to WCW, so they can acknowledge Finlay. It's kind of different when it's something like TNA or like Ring of Honor or New Japan, because WWE doesn't quite have the rights to those. Because those are different companies. In fact, different active companies. Even though now Michael Cole's was acknowledging the history more, and I've noticed WWE acknowledges history of other promotions when it comes to their wrestlers when it benefits them, and like when it benefits the story, like AJ Styles and Finn Balor. That's when they mention the Bullet Club in New Japan and stuff like that. But sadly, Finlay didn't really get that. They treat him like he's this new up and comer, this new face. They explain his nature as being his family's heritage, how his family had to fight, and he had to fight growing up. But so yeah, there's that. Plus, kind of like ending it in a DQ. Like, I think that's one of the only times I've seen where they've done like the spot where they're beating him up in the ropes. The referee teases at it all the time in other matches where it's like, hey, you stop that fighting in the ropes or I'm about to DQ you. But I think this is one of the only times I can think of where the referee actually follows through on that. So, kind of almost like a wet fart ending. Again, it serves the purpose, but kind of weird that that's the way they decide to go about it. But nevertheless, Finlay would go on to have a pretty decent length career in WWE after that. Even in terms of on TV, I don't think he retired from like on TV stuff until like 2009 or 2010. So a few years. Here's actually, now I think about it, it's really not that long. But he's still backstage as producer and stuff like that. And Finlay apparently is 48 in this match, which wow. He looks and doesn't look 48 at the same time. I know, crazy, but yeah. So, but Finlay's now here in WWE, and this, like I mentioned, is one of my earliest wrestling memories. Granted, I didn't really get into it much later, much later on that, and like when my brother gave me SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 for the PS2, because he didn't want it anymore because he was getting 08, which came out that year. So remember it being in that regards, and Finlay ended up making it into that game. Actually, now that I think about it, there was a lot of debuts in 2006 that ended up making it into that game. And being a part of WWE television later on, we also had names like Umaga or the Great Khali, but of course R.I.P. Umaga. But yeah, so here's Finlay's debut and one of my earliest wrestling memories. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the match and my review of the match. Did you like to select the match? Did you like to select my review of the match? And yeah, let me know. But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.